for joining me here again today at Kaylee's Corner. Super glad that you're here with me. So this time I had another vision that I wanted to go ahead and share with you guys. I feel like there's definitely lots of people that are going through some stuff right now, and maybe that's you, maybe you fall into that category, because this was a personal vision for me, a personal revelation for me, and it gave me a lot of really great insight and a lot of really good revelation and a lot of clarity. So I feel like now the Lord's kind of releasing me and telling me to encourage me to share that with some other people. If you're in the same place as I was and kind of deciding between two really good decisions, but both of them are still kind of a big decision at the same time, but there's two paths that you could take, and you're feeling really uncertain which one's maybe the right one, and that mindset of what's right and what's wrong, or what's good and what's bad, because I definitely have gotten stuck in that mindset before and had those same beliefs of, if I make this decision, if it's the right decision, then I will succeed and everything will be okay. But if I make this decision, it'll be the wrong decision, it'll be a bad decision, and everything will go wrong and I will mess everything up. So I feel like he's just been kind of working in my heart and kind of trying to show me that it doesn't always work that way. Yes, there are obviously some big things in life that, yes, there is right and wrong and bad and good, but on a heart level and like on a personal level in your life, there's a lot of decisions that he just wants to make with you. It doesn't matter really which one you make. It's more about your heart and your willingness and your obedience, and the fact that you came to him to ask him for his advice and his revelation for you. So of course, I do pray that you would take this back to the Lord and that he would be able to speak to you on a personal level, because that's really where all the revelation comes from. Is I don't know each one of you individually, but God does. He knows your heart. He knows your circumstances. He knows where you're at. He knows where you want to be, and he knows the best way to get you there. So I hope that you'll take it back to him and that he can continue to give you more revelation and more clarity for you and in your very specific situations. So in this vision, I was asking the Lord kind of between these two big decisions in my life. And so in this vision, I saw like a big swimming pool kind of thing, like a community outdoor pool. And there was two different versions of me. Like I could see two me's there. And the first version of me, I could see her walking in like the kiddie pool, like the really, like not a lot of water. It was like 4 inches of water or something, like the very shallow end of the pool. But there's like all of the fun things down there. You got like the water things that come out of the ground, and like the big buckets of water that dump on you, and like just lots of fun things, because that's more the kid side of the pool. And so there's lots of fun activities there. But the amount of water was pretty minimal. And but I was watching her walk into the pool, like very slowly and casually, but like she knew she was supposed to get into the pool. But she didn't go very deep. She just kind of, I think the water like got up to like above her ankle sort of thing. And I could see like she had like a clip on her. It was like attached to her belt, and then she had like the other end of the clip, and she needed to attach it to something. And so she bends down into the pool and pulls up this little latch and just clips herself into the pool. But the interesting thing is she was already standing above the latch. Like the latch was on the base of the pool, and so it was below her, and so she was attached to it even though she was still standing above it. And so then that was her part. And then this other version of me, like I could see her, and she's kind of more like, I think, the spontaneous version of me, who doesn't overthink everything and doesn't always over plan and over analyze and get analysis paralysis, but she tends to just kind of go for what she wants. And so I could see her like definitely not doing what the lifeguard said, but like comes running into this pool, and she's coming in towards the deep end, so like the kiddie pool on this side and then the deep end over here. So she comes running in from this side and just like running, and she jumps into the pool like head first, nice dive, and dives right into the pool. And so then she just keeps swimming deeper and deeper and deeper, and it kind of got to the point where I was like, man, I don't feel like this pool should be this deep. And we just kept swimming deeper and deeper and deeper, and still swimming until like it kind of got to the point where I was like, oh my goodness, I cannot hold my breath any longer. Like I feel like I am about to pass out. And so like right at the end, like we could tell like, oh my goodness, I can't do this anymore. She has the same latch, or like the same buckle on her belt loop, and so she pulls off the other end of it, and she like keeps swimming into the, like, I feel like it's now it's like an ocean, I don't know, like they're just deep dark water and you can't see, and so she swims until she like fills around a little bit and she finds this latch that she was looking for, but she can't see anything, and so she takes her buckle, she buckles herself to the latch, and it's still hooked to her belt loop. And like at that point it was definitely like, oh my goodness, we need to get to the surface right now, like I can't breathe anymore. And so after she had latched, like secured herself, tethered herself to this object that she was putting herself against, I guess, in the water, all of a sudden, then it took off, and it like was, it kind of felt like a mountain that was like growing up out of the bottom of the ocean or something, and it just like starts flying up to the top of the water. And we had like swam down a very long ways, and we weren't going to be able to get ourselves up to the top quite fast enough. But this thing, whatever it was that she knew she was supposed to tether herself to, it went up really, really, really fast, and it took her with her because she was attached to it. And so it just went rising right up to the top of the surface of the water. But the interesting thing is it didn't stop just when it got above the water. It kept going, and it got way tall and way higher, to the point where like when it finally stopped, it was, in my mind, like a big skyscraper building, and she was standing on the top of this building, and when she looked down, the pool was like this tiny little pool at the base of what this building now was. And so like that was where she had started, was down here at the base of the building in the pool, and she had swam deep down in, and then it raised all the way up, and she was safe, but she was also elevated. And so I feel like that was kind of the gist of the vision. So for me, you know, there was definitely two very specific scenarios that I was trying to work between. And I felt like that was the Lord really trying to just kind of speak to me that, like, first off, he sees you, like he knows your situations, he knows what you're battling, he knows what you're struggling with. And so I was like, all right, God, like, what does this mean? Like, what are you telling me to do? Like, are you telling me like this is like, are you telling me what choice to make out of this type of vision? And I feel like literally all he said was, either way, you just have to get in the water. Like, you're gonna win either way. You just have to get in the water. Like the I don't know, like the mission, or like what you were supposed to do, what you were supposed to accomplish was just simply to get in the water. What you did after that really didn't matter. Really, like there was no right or wrong answer as long as you got in the water. That's all I was looking for. So it was really interesting because when you look at the overall vision, it felt like there was so much more to it than like just simply getting in the water. And I think that's how I get in my head is, oh my goodness, life can be so overwhelming when you're trying to make really big decisions and think about the consequences, the good, the bad, all of the things, and it just becomes overwhelming. But when he kind of reminded me that literally all I needed to do was just simply get in the water, that leaves it open for a ton of opportunity for me as like the individual who's living my life, that I can plan it however I want. I could get in the kiddie pool. I could, you know, slowly wade my way in. I could jump off the other end. I could, you know, jump in halfway. Like whatever I wanted to do, as long as I got in the water, then that gave me my power back. That gave me the right to make my own decisions. And so I felt like it kind of brought down the pressure of, what if I make the wrong decision? What is right and what is wrong? And I'm going to mess everything up if I make the wrong decision. And God's like, you know, you just needed to get in the water. Like, so I feel like if you are deciding between maybe some really, really, really big life changes, life situations, things like that, take it back to the Lord and see, like, what is it for you that just is simply get in the water. You know, you don't have to make the big decision of this big, huge opportunity or this other, maybe smaller, safer opportunity. But either way, you just need to get in the water. So what does that look like for you? Because that took all of the pressure off of me, and it reminded me, first off, like I am included in this life. Like I am a part of the process of getting to live my own life. It's not God. He's not just a dictator telling me what's right or wrong and I have to do it. He literally wants me to be a part of it, which is nice. I feel included again. And it reminds me that not everything is black and white, and there's a lot of gray. There's a lot of different shades of white and different shades of black, and a lot of area for you to decide what do you want to do. And it doesn't have to be all or nothing. It could be a little bit of this, or I'm going to start here and I'm going to work my way down here. Like as long as you're in the water, you will accomplish what you needed to accomplish. And I really feel like it's God reminding you, like, to enjoy the process and let him be a part of the process, but also kind of take the pressure off of just keep moving forward. Like keep taking those steps that are going to move you forward, because then he is able to work through that. When we're stagnant and we maybe like me are an analysis paralysis and you literally won't do anything and you stay put, that does not give him a lot of room to work in your life. So even if you just simply start walking in on the shallow side of the water, you're still giving God place to work. You're still giving him room to work. You're still giving him room to bless you and to give you more revelation and to give you more clarity, so that then you do know where you're going and what you want to do next. So yeah, I pray that you take this back to the Lord, and I really pray that he would give you more individual wisdom and revelation and clarity for you in your own life and in your own personal situations, whatever that might look like for you. But I just want to encourage you, like, take the pressure off and just simply take a step forward, be obedient, be willing, and God's going to show up and he's going to take care of you. We're like kind of in the vision how I was tethered to this building that brought me up out of the water really, really quickly, is like stay tethered to God. Like he's going to get you where you need to go, and he can do it. He can do that very, very quickly. He can accelerate you. He can give you an increase. He can give you abundance. Whatever it is that you need to accomplish what he wants you to accomplish, he's going to be the one that gives that to you. Even when you're tired and exhausted and don't know how you're going to make it possible, he's going to do it for you. But you do have to take the step first. You do have to put yourself out there. You have to give him some room to work. So yeah, I pray that this blesses you guys and gives you some encouragement, and that you get some more revelation in your own life. And until I see you again next time.